to be more aggressive with law enforcement.
And I'm standing here on Capitol. Oh!
Democrat lawmakers seem to be on board with solving the crime problem that they created. A bum run through California freeways. Transgender Swimmer is breaking all kinds of records, and I believe the Buildback Venezuela bill is officially and effectively dead. All that and more coming up on this episode of Daily Caller Live. My name is Jobob. Daily Caller Live starts right now.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Might be the only brown guy on earth named Jobob.
That is actually her name, Jobob.
From an actually pretty nice hotel room here in beautiful downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Cold Phoenix, Arizona. I went on a run this morning. It was 37 degrees outside. I wasn't expecting that. But a lot coming at you today. I know we're getting close to Christmas, and I know news cycle is winding down a little bit, but there's still a lot to talk about. We saw that clip at the beginning. We've been talking about it for weeks now. Crime has gone through the roof, and it's surprising now who is taking ownership of that and trying to step up and solve it. Really interesting clips coming out of there. Also, the transgender swimmer at the University of Pennsylvania breaking all kinds of records. Want to get that story to you. We haven't talked about it. It's been in the news for a while, but got some really interesting footage out of that that I want to show you. But I got to get to this thing. Excuse me. Sorry about that. London Bree trying to talk too early. This is from the Democrat. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I buried the lead. I didn't bury the lead. I said the lead too early. This is London Breed. She is a mayor of a big city in the state of California, and that city has a lot of crime. Now, she doesn't sound like the mayor of this particular city in this clip, but crime has gotten so bad in the city that she lives in that she's been forced to say things that make her sound, again, very not like the party and side that she tends to be on. Listen to this from a mayor, again, of a highly populated city in California. It says that on the screen, San Francisco. Watch this clip from Mayor London Breed.
And it comes to an end when we take the steps to be more aggressive with law enforcement, more aggressive with the changes in our policies, and less tolerant of all the bullshit that has destroyed our city.
I mean, I think I speak for really the vast majority of the Tenderloin who says, great to hear the words, now we got to match it with the actions.
Well, Mayor Breed also called for a sweeping deployment of police and social workers in neighborhoods. She also wants to attack the rash of car burglaries, something she called an embarrassment to the city.
Now, clearly that was right-wing extremist London Breed, the mayor of San Francisco. Oh, wait, no, she's clearly and utterly a Democrat and super, super left of the left that you can, the left that you can be. As far left as you can be, she's more left than that. But crime has gotten so bad in the city of San Francisco that the mayor, the super leftist, super woke mayor, London Breed of San Francisco, says, yeah, we should probably do something about that. Now, look, it's hard to say when politicians are being genuine and when they're just kind of playing to the field or playing to their side. But it seemed like, and I hope that this was a genuine statement from, again, the super woke mayor of San Francisco. If you missed the clip, she's railing on all of the crime within her community and in her city, and saying that the way that she's going to protect the city is ramp up law enforcement. Again, this is great. This is an awesome thing to see. And if people who we generally would disagree with on a lot of things tend to turn right, you got to be open and willing and accepting of it. You know, if London Breed decides to come to the right side of the aisle here, not necessarily the right side, I mean the correct side of this argument, if she decides to come to the correct side of the argument, what else can we do other than welcome her policy, again, so long as she's doing it the right way, with open arms? if she wants to ramp up law enforcement in San Francisco and pressure the DA's office to prosecute and put more cops in the field to arrest people doing illegal things, again, laws we've all agreed upon, I'm for it. All for it, London Breed. Welcome to the team. I hate to say I told you so, but we kind of all told you so. But, we'll let bygones be bygones, and we appreciate your hardworking police that are now going to patrol the area in San Francisco. Again, it's difficult because London Breed was on the big defund the police movement. And a lot of mayors around the entire country were. If you were paying attention to the news last week, Oakland defunded the police early on with the whole George Floyd thing. Then Minneapolis defunded their police. Last week, both of those cities with super, super woke city councils, super woke mayors, super woke leadership in general, both decided to refund their police. You know why? Because the whole defund the police thing doesn't work. And also is probably the worst slogan in the history of politics, probably ever. But anyways, London Breed of San Francisco turning the tide and saying that we're going to crack down on the crime here. Now, this is kind of a compounding issue. If somebody gets, what you're probably going to hear on a lot of your media, and again, let me know in the comment sections if you have experienced this sort of commentary in the media or in any news articles that you might read. There's a lot of people out there saying that, well, there's no statistics of crime going up. Yeah, except for we see it in front of our faces. The reason why some of those statistics may be kind of low is because people, according to the official records, have stopped calling the police. In a lot of circumstances, if your car gets broken into in San Francisco, it's kind of like, dang. The first call that you make probably isn't going to be to the police. It's probably going to be to your insurance company because they know that the police have other things to do and are far too busy to go handle that car break-in. On the police side, the police really are not told to do anything. They're kind of said, we have our hands tied. We can't really do much. And then so those officers on the street are being told you can't do anything. And even if on the off chance that somebody does call, the police do engage and they do arrest somebody, the prosecutors in those areas aren't going to prosecute them and just let them out on the street. So this is a compounding issue, but good to see that someone like London Breed, again, the far-right extremist London Breed, according to that speech, or at least what the media would label her, is taking a side against the crime-riddled streets of San Francisco. I want to change subjects here, and I want to talk about this. This is a story that's been in the news for the last couple weeks. Have you heard about this? This is a University of Pennsylvania transgender swimmer, Leah Thomas, competed as a male in Division I swimming for, I believe, 3 years and has transitioned and gone through that process and is now beating everyone by literally minutes. I've got this video here that I pulled out from the internet. It's not the best quality video, but I think you should see this. Look, people need to know about the transgender topic, especially when it comes to sports. Click, if you can, it doesn't cost you anything. Click the little like button or the little emoji, the laughing emoji, the angry emoji if this stuff kind of makes you upset, and click the little share button over here because people need to see what's going on, because I think too, pretty much everybody agrees on this. 99.9% of Americans, I think, are going to be on the same side when it comes to transgenders in sports. Now, look, I'm not a big government intervention in the way people want to run their lives. I tend to swing more libertarian on that thought of, if somebody wants to do whatever they want to do, as long as they're not affecting anybody else, let them do it. That's generally how I view politics, governance in general. In this case, though, there are hundreds of female swimmers in the Division I NCAA swimming bracket, league, level, whatever it is, that are being actually affected by this person, Leah Thomas's actions of just smoking people in races. Now, this video clip is a little bit long, and I'm going to narrate because I took out the narration in it. I used some profane language that I couldn't bring on here. But watch this video. This is interesting. Again, not the best quality video, but this is how bad this swimmer beats all of the other swimmers. It's honestly unbelievable. Check this out. So you see the mouse right there? That is Leah Thomas, the former male college athlete turned transgender. Now, she just finished the race. Thomas finishes the race, and oh, these other people are finishing second? Oh, no. They're getting lapped. The people on the outskirts, if you watch this, now, Thomas is done. She's been done for a couple seconds now. Oh, is that person? Nope, that person got lapped too. Is that person on the far end of the lane going to be the next one to finish? No. They got lapped as well. This person with the arrow is the next person to finish 40 seconds later. Now, I know that's not what you were watching wasn't the full 40 seconds. I sped it up to kind of condense it down a little bit, but that is unbelievable. That is how bad this person, Leah Thomas, the transgender female who was look, first of all, if you compete in Division I men's swimming, you are the best of the best. I have a friend that competed in Division I men's swimming. He would beat me by a minute, literally a minute in, I don't know, a 50-meter dash, swim, whatever it is. So if you're of that caliber that can compete at the Division I men's swimming level, you are very, very fast. And if you take a Division I male athlete and put them against the women, they're going to get smoked. It's not even going to be a contest. Now, of course, the woke mob is out to get all of the people that are going to criticize this. So there are a bunch of people on the University of Pennsylvania women's swimming team that have came out to Outkick anonymously. This is an article from Outkick. While University of Pennsylvania transgender swimmer Leah Thomas, who spent 3 years at the Ivy League school swimming as a male, has been busy smashing Take two. We won't air that part. Busy smashing female pool records, friction has been building within the team, according to a Penn female swimmer who said she feared for her ability to find employment after graduating from college for sharing her honest opinion about her transgender teammate. For that reason, Outkick is granting her anonymity to speak. Thomas's latest round, again, this is a transgender female, male to female, breaking all kinds of records in the pool. Thomas's last round of swimming record destruction came at a 3-day meet in Akron, Ohio, where numerous pool, meet, and program records weren't just destroyed, but lowered to a point where they may never be broken. Friday, the Ivy League's 500 freestyle record was broken. Saturday, Thomas set a nation best time in the 200 freestyle, which would also destroy the pool meet and Penn State program records. In the 1650 freestyle final, Thomas didn't just win and set a new program, pool, and meet record. It was a total annihilation. Penn's Anna, I'm not even going to pronounce her last name, finished second, 38 seconds behind, which is effectively an entire day in the sport of swimming. But that is how bad this transgender swimmer is beating people. Now, again, you might have your own personal feelings, and that is fine. From a governance level, if you want to be called whatever you want to be called, I tend to not really care all that much. But at this point, it is clearly affecting other people. And I would imagine that the overwhelming majority of Americans would agree. But I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section if you think that this is okay. Just at a quick glance, I'm assuming, well, I've seen that there's not that much support for this. Dolores said, just should not be allowed. Yeah, probably not. Let me see. Here's an interesting comment from Sherry. Why not have a separate league for trans? Yeah, we can talk about that. Maybe we can have a national conversation about that in which we discuss that. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. More comments kind of saying that. Ramona says trans swimmer breaks records. Duh. This is also interesting from Martha. Every female swimmer should refuse to compete against. Now, she says him. Again, I don't generally know. I don't really care what you call people. But yeah, should not be allowed to. Every swimmer should probably refuse to compete. Dinah says no trans in women's sports. Yeah, so the consensus seems to be pretty clear. Judy says not allowed. Stephanie, yeah, I agree with you. This is ridiculous. The world has gone insane. Thankful for Jesus. Cool. All right. Appreciate that. So yeah, pretty much everybody, not only here, but like unless you're like super unbelievably crazy woke, nobody looks at that and goes, yeah, that's fine. There was a story a couple of weeks ago. I didn't watch the video because I probably couldn't stomach it, but there was a transgender former military person competing in women's ultimate fighting, and lo and behold, beat the living crap out of some poor girl. But again, I think most of us probably would agree on that. But that's enough of that. Let me know in the comment sections. Let me see if there's anything else that you're kind of thinking. I love to hear from it. If you haven't clicked the little like button, I don't know, does this make you angry? Maybe click the little angry button. I can imagine this might make some people pretty upset, especially given the situation. But I want to move on to this. This probably is not super exciting, or this is not the sexiest topic in the world, but I believe that the Buildback Venezuela program. Now, again, I call it the Buildback Venezuela program. That is a joke. We are not actually doing anything for Venezuela, just so you know. The Buildback Venezuela program, I think, is dead. Joe Biden's landmark, one of his key agenda components, the Build Back Better, is, I think, effectively dead. And the reason why I think that is because Senate Democrats are expected to punt consideration for the cornerstone element of President Joe Biden's agenda into next year after private conversations between Biden and the key Democratic holdout made it clear the bill would not pass with the votes this month. The Senate, I believe, is in session until December 21st. Obviously, they can get called back at any time, but they're going on break. Next, what is that, Monday? Monday is the 21st? What's today, the 17th? I don't know. Whatever day the 21st is, they're all going home. Going home to their families, staying home for the Christmas holiday. When they come back in early January, they're going to make an attempt to push this thing through, but no enthusiasm is going to be there for it. Everybody's going to be rushing to the middle because the midterms are coming up. Generally speaking, again, how the political landscape works out, especially in Congress, but even in the Senate, if you have an election every 2 years, the 1 year that you get into office, especially as a congressperson, you can kind of go as far as you can to your side to try and get whatever you want pushed through. But the second that midterms start rolling around, that's when you got to rush to the center, especially in those purplish districts that aren't necessarily super red or aren't necessarily super blue. So given the fact that it's not going to get done this year, I would imagine that January 1st, midterms start. That's when the race is on for November 2022, when congressional people and senators want to hold their seats. So I would imagine that this thing is not getting passed, and I think that is a good thing for America. That is enough jabbering about this. I got to get to this. It's Friday. We're having a little fun. If you live in California, this is going to be even more fun. A California bum was seen running onto a freeway and obstructing traffic. We'll play this video, and maybe you might recognize the California bum in question. Oh, there's somebody stopping traffic. Go around. There's a wild man running on the freeway. Everybody needs to go around it, as if traffic in LA wasn't bad enough. Oh, what is going on?
How was that?
It
feels so satisfying. It's hard to describe. So satisfying.
So satisfying. So satisfying. You may recognize that California bum as lunkhead governor king dictator Gavin Newsom. Gavin was on a freeway overpass pretending to paint away some graffiti. Now, maybe there was some graffiti and it actually did get painted, but the entire thing was a photo op. Gavin Newsom, again, as if traffic in LA wasn't bad enough, Gavin Newsom took it upon himself to take a nice photo op of him painting over some graffiti that a Caltrans worker could have easily done. But Gavin gets the photo op. I'm very excited for those photos to come out. I was looking for them earlier today. I didn't see them, but I'm super excited to put those together and put those in a reel that we will show show later on in the day. I think Gavin will probably post that to his Instagram feed and say, look what I'm doing for the greater good and the community. Thank you. All hail King Gavin, the stop traffic in in LA. Actually, I don't even know if he's in LA. As if California traffic wasn't bad enough. That's how we'll say it. But King Gavin Newsom walking onto a freeway for a photo op. Just ridiculous, dude. Like, if you're gonna do a photo op, make sure there aren't other cameras recording you so that we can't make fun of you here, because that is one of my favorite pastimes. Again, making fun of the lunkhead dictator King Gavin Newsom, governor of California. Let's see. It is a Friday, so I wanted to show you this. This is real. This is well, actually, you know what? I'll let you decide. Let me get myself out of here so you can see that. Do you think that this is a real sign? Let me know in the comment section. Give me a yes or no. Actually, we'll vote. Hit the like button if you think it's real. Hit the angry button if you think it's fake. A COVID-19 precaution in an elevator. If you're just listening to this, there's pictures. On the left, it's a don't. And everybody's sitting there standing in an elevator like everyone has done since elevators have been in existence. What they're saying is do. Stand away from everybody, against the walls, don't look at anyone, and stay as far apart as you possibly can. If you're just listening to this on the podcast, I implore you, go watch the Facebook video or the YouTube video on this. This is hilarious. Again, if you're looking at this, do you think this is real? It is, in fact, real. Lo and behold, this is a real sign from a real place, from a real elevator in Hawaii. I saw this from a friend on Instagram posting, literally took a picture of it. This is a real sign from a real elevator at a real place. This is how you. That's what I do in elevators. I'm in an elevator. I'm going to be in an elevator in 5 minutes. And I'm going to face the wall with my mask tightly secured to my face as to not give anyone the COVID Chinese bat fever. But yeah, this is yeah, it's almost, it's sad, but also comical. The votes are in. Yeah. Wow. A lot of mixed feelings here. Think it's not. No, it is real. Yeah. People were voting that. I don't think that's real. Yeah. The world has become difficult to parody nowadays with this sort of nonsense. Man, that's going to do it for us today. You know, I don't know how often we'll be back here throughout the remainder of the year. Maybe we'll be back Monday. I'm not entirely sure. I have this thought of like putting together a compilation of all the fun clips from throughout our time, from Joe Biden saying that voter fraud is non-existent and that any sort of voter integrity is worse than Jim Crow on steroids, to the Afghanistan debacle, all of the clips that we can gather from the rest of the year. I'm thinking of doing like a clips of the year episode. Haven't decided on that yet, but maybe we'll be back here Monday. We'll still be in Phoenix. We're at TPUSA right now. If you're in Arizona, if you're in the Arizona area, if you're in the Phoenix area, TPUSA is having their big America Fest festival, which I will be attending. I'm here right now. So if you see me walking around Phoenix, come and say hi, or, you know, yell at me or boo, whatever you feel is appropriate. But we're at TPUSA this weekend, so we'll see if we do a show Monday. Again, I'd like to compile a clips of the year, and then I think we're going to be taking a couple days off for the brand new year. Not a lot of news happens anyways, not stuff that you should be aware of. But We'll see you probably next week, Monday. I think the more I'm thinking about it and I'm talking about it loud, I think we should do a clips of the year. Just play all of the funny clips from all the politicians and the cable news hosts and all of that sort of stuff. I think we should do it. So we'll see you back here at some point before the Christmas break. Then we're going to take some time off, spend some time with family and all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you really raring to go during the 2022 midterms at the turn of the year. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much for tuning in. God bless America.